Hi everyone. Welcome to this webinar. I think a bit people are joining. So till then, let's just chit chat between us. So as you all know, the topic for today's webinar is conquering coding phobia. So I'm going to start with a few basic questions directed to you guys, and also things that people have said to, I believe, all of us, because they have said it to me. Ki, you're not so good at maths, so you should not go for a coding career at all, just because your maths is weak. Yeah, for programming is way too challenging for beginners, and you anyway don't have an engineering degree, so how are you going to learn a programming language, or how are you going to get a full-fledged career in this? Yeah, फिर after a certain age people say that you are too mature now to pursue or handle the pressure of this profession. So I'm sure a lot of you might have heard these lines or something along these lines, because I have. And such taunts of coming from people, they often trouble us. So I just want to let all of you know that you are not alone in this. Okay, so I'm Ujjwala Mathur. I'm your host for today's webinar, and I'll be taking you through the whole journey of how I conquered my fear of coding and how you can too. So I actually urge you guys to stay till the end to make a difference in your career in coding. So if I talk about me myself personally, I don't have any prior degree in engineering, and always, coding has always haunted me to quite an extreme. But it was my area of interest. I used to have that passion for coding from the beginning. And I assume you all must be thinking, then why am I here if I don't have a background? But I won over my fears to pursue my passion. And at present, I'm working with one of the top IT CRM companies based in Delhi. And I'm working with experts who guide me all day throughout my career. So, it was a very good decision that I actually worked through my fears instead of just believing that this is not for me and I should not go for it. So, yes, I believe that's why you guys are also here to, so that I can change this perspective by the end of this webinar, that you also should take the first step. And actually you have, that you've joined this webinar, this is your first step towards a really good and bright career in coding. So this is your first step. Congratulations everyone. Okay, I think a lot of people have now joined us, so we can just get started with the webinar. So now I want to ask you guys one thing. There's always a first time for everything, right? So have you ever wondered about the things that you can very easily do now but couldn't do before? It can be anything. It can be cycling, it can be driving a car, it can be painting, anything. You always struggle at something or the other in the beginning, but you learn through the whole process, right? In the beginning it's always challenging, but now it's very easy, right? So exactly, your practice, your interest, your knowledge, your patience, and proper guidance from skilled people can make everything happen. I believe so. So similarly, people are scared, they find it challenging, and they have this perception of, they always assume that they will fail at coding, because it's uh, it's a very daunting career. When you think about it at a career perspective, it's very daunting. And actually, moreover, even beginners anticipate programming is expensive and it is not meant for them. So they think that they need to be more mature to learn how to program. So there are a lot of reasons why people don't go for it. But if you ask me, these are all myths and misconceptions by people who do not know much about programming. So no more fiddling around. Let's just quickly jump onto breaking such myths that we have always heard about coding and about programming. So myths about programming. Most of you have heard this saying, the grapes are sour, which means if you can't have something, then criticize it. In the same way, people portray coding as boring or say that without a college degree, you cannot go for a career in coding. Won't you agree on this with me? But this is not at all true. This is a myth. Please don't believe this. Actually, a lot of companies in today's day are hiring people as as developers in their company who do not have an engineering degree. Most of the companies are doing this, top tier companies. So this is completely a myth. Second myth is that though Java is still the most used or the most common language among coders, you'll always hear that it is an outdated language. Actually, that's not true at all. Java is the language that helps you navigate your way through the world of software development. It is where it all started, and the job market for Java is beyond our thinking. It is required almost each and every company, not even just the IT sector, each and every company. So, Java is outdated? No, not at all. That is a very big myth. Third, you need to be an expert at maths to become a coder. No. However, in reality, it is just it's just something people say. I find it very funny because I have not been so good at maths, but you just need a basic level of understanding. Your 10th, 12th maths basics. You just need that. You do not need to excel at it to be a coder. So yeah, that is a myth. Fourth myth is that programmers struggle to find jobs. This is not at all true. If you go through the job portals such as LinkedIn, Naukri.com, Indeed, many more, there are various vacancies available for developers, for people on the back end, and it is never ending. It is a vast, huge job market, and I'm sure that after this webinar, we'll walk you through the job market as well, so you guys will completely believe me that this point is completely a myth. It's not true at all. And lastly, we gathered the information from our sources that people think it's just a 9 to 5 job and not creative. If I become a coder, if I become a developer, I'll just be, having a 9 to 5 job, sitting behind a computer all day on my desk, and it's a very boring profession. I don't want to go for it. A lot of people think this way in the young age, but no, let me please clear this up. Coders are the most creative ones. Actually, it seems uninteresting to the ones who are not involved as much in it, but those who are, it is so creative. So yeah, there is no question about this. So again, completely a myth. These are all mistaken impressions about the programming language which we researched and which we found common at workplaces. And as a matter of fact, programming is considered the most fruitful profession that promises a handsome amount of salary, satisfaction, progress, growth, future proof success, and much more. So, yeah, that's what our next topic that we're going to jump to is about. Why choose to code? Why should you opt for a coding career? What is in it for you? So, technology is something without which we are all helpless. Despite the fact that you have a bucket full of innovative ideas, designs, great communication skills, and much more, but without technology, it's all in vain. Technology is the backbone via which we can convey our thoughts, views, and message, especially in this technology driven digital world, right? I believe you're all agreeing with me with this point. And coding is the backbone of the computer language that allows us to read, understand, even play games, right? So, if you're still thinking why coding should be your career buddy, let's reveal the hidden secrets that coding carries to enjoy the lifetime benefits that it can award you with. So, moving on to the first one, job market. Websites are a part of every big or small business. Even businesses nowadays on Instagram, they have their own websites, right? So they need a website to lead their trade. So there is no area where job opportunities for coders are inaccessible. The job market for programmers is diversified. It all depends on your knowledge and passion for building your career as a coder. Therefore, the job for programmers, it is huge. It is huge. So yeah, that's there. Moving on to the next point, growth. We all witnessed technology rapidly growing, and so does the profession. Here, I'm not speaking of growth related to position or power, but also empowering learning strategies, mental toughness, problem solving skills, abstract thinking, project planning, and so on. There are a lot of growth opportunities for you personally as well as professionally when you enter this career field. Moving on to the next point, scope. If you look around yourself now, coding is everywhere, right? And many colleges, universities, they are preparing their students in advance for the future by providing training to them in computer languages of their choice. And actually, not just colleges and universities. If you must have seen, there are a lot of platforms that have recently started that are teaching young kids how to code, actually the age of 8 to 10. And these kids are actually succeeding at this. They are learning how to code. So that is how important it is, especially in this generation, in this digital world, to learn how to code. And this showcases coding as a crucial skill now. In addition, coding is also responsible for organizing big data into precise, simplifying complicated calculations, and a lot more. So it is very, very helpful. And lastly, the pay. I suppose a lot of us are very interested to know the pay that a coding career offers. So the profession of coding is a never-ending plan, and one can expect higher salaries at present and gradually grow in the future. However, you get to work on live projects, and as a result, that can increase your worth. There are a lot of certifications out there, a lot of courses out there, a lot of projects out there that are, going to increase your value in the job market and make you better than the others. Additionally, your chances of getting a higher pay grow, of course, with your value. So it's a never ending game. The more you learn, the more you upskill yourself, the more growth opportunities are lying there in front of you. Okay, moving on. I am hoping this segment is not sounding so boring. So, with that, let's move further for a better understanding and a more clear picture. So, I'll focus your shift and explain how coding is important to you with a mechanical touch. So, let's have a look. Defeat or win over your anxiety by starting with these easy to remember pointers. Look for an excellent resource to understand the programming language, basics, or fundamentals that you find fascinating. Strengthen your coding skills, not just by reading, but by practicing and writing the codes every day. Yes, this helps. If you write and practice your codes, it is going to strengthen your skills. Just like any other thing that you do, practice makes perfect, right? Next is discussing your queries and sharing knowledge with your batchmates, with your buddies, even with your mentors. And that can enhance your programming skills quickly because the more knowledge you share, the more you get to know. So, yes, always share and talk to your batchmates, talk to your buddies, talk to your industry experts, mentors, whoever's there, and they can actually teach you a lot. Next is learn to use the debugger and focus more on data structures and algorithms. Next, with the help of logic building, you may find coding easy and practice splitting or dividing problems into sub problems. That helps because when you look at it from a larger picture, you just see one big problem, and that of course is more difficult than breaking it down and solving sub problems, little problems that can actually take you further. Next is start by creating small applications at the beginning and follow the best established ways to code from the industry perspective. Okay, so the points that I just mentioned, these are ways in which you can actually crush your worries that you have about coding. And the root cause of these worries is that I witnessed no clear concepts, no proper training, and skill development. Therefore, it scares tech lovers to continue coding as a profession. This is what I have seen in reality. These struggles don't allow you to progress, and actually, they pull you backwards. So, according to my experience, what we all need is appropriate expert guidance, practical training, in depth knowledge, problem solving skills, self motivation, and much more. So, I can tell you this by sharing my own personal experience. I had to go through a lot of struggles. I wasted a lot of time by going on different websites, talking to different people, researching about things which are actually not beneficial. Why did that happen? It was because I did not have proper guidance. I did not have a mentor who could take me from day one and actually teach me each and everything throughout my journey. It has happened to me now, but I wish I could gain back the time that I lost when I was not in the right mind frame. I did not know what to do and how to take this career forward. I wish I could get that time back. So it's an opportunity for you. I believe you guys are all um, either in your final year of college or in your second year of college, but like, of course, placements are arriving. It's the placement season. Everyone's going to be looking for jobs soon and actually kickstarting their careers, right? So it is best that you guys don't waste any more time. And I really want you guys to have the proper mentorship that is required for kickstarting your career in coding. So, what I'm going to share with you right now is going to change your whole perception about coding as a career, which is this learning platform, Learnox. This is the platform that is going to be beneficial for your professional as well as your personal development. So, if you think that coding is your passion, so nothing can stop you from learning and progressing. And Learnox is such a platform that has helped many students, and now they're placed in really good companies because Learnox offers you 100% placement assurance. Imagine live projects working under industry mentors, um, and live projects with actually international clients. So you're going to get to know a lot of requirements from a lot of different domains that actually come in, IT companies, IT organizations. So you're going to learn a lot about that. You're going to get proper guidance, 24/7 support, and 100% placement guaranteed. In the next 4 to 5 months, you'll be having your dream job, and you'll be having a place where you can actually grow your career multiple folds. So I don't see any reason why you should wait. I didn't, and now I'm here actually telling you guys about my experience. And it's not just me, there are a lot of others who have benefited a lot from Learnox, and now of course are very successful in their respective fields. So I don't see why you should wait. There is a link right now in the chat which is going to redirect you to a form. If you just fill your details up, just your name, your number, your email ID, our counselors are going to connect with you and they're going to take you through each and every step um, throughout this process and how it can benefit you. They're going to share all the details. So, and of course, signing up and filling up the form, that's completely free. So I don't think that there should be any wait. Everyone who has joined us today in this webinar, thank you firstly for listening to me and listening to my experience at Learnox. And also, I would request you and urge you, actually, if you want a career in coding, to fill up that form so that our counselors can connect with you. And you, in a few months, can be earning your dream salary, can be having your dream job. And as you can see on your screen right now, there is a link to our website. So please go have a look on our website. All the details, all the different programs that Learnox is offering are there. There's everything about our mentors. There's everything about our earlier batches, earlier students. So you are going to get to know a lot from the website itself. So don't miss this chance. Please visit our website. And also all our social media handles, as you can see, are on the screen and also on the chat. So if you could just even DM us, if you DM us on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere on our social media, we are active everywhere and we are going to respond to you in a jiffy, and we can help you with all your questions, all your problems. So please do that. If you're interested in a career and in getting 100% placement, which is guaranteed, no questions asked, so definitely you should connect with us, and we are available everywhere, as I have already mentioned. So I'll just give you some time. I'll just give you 2 minutes to go through all our social media handles and also fill up the form. Okay, guys, I hope everyone who is here, they have signed up and they have filled the form so that we can connect with you as soon as possible and offer you our best services. This was just a very quick session, and I feel so happy right now sharing my experiences with you at Learnox because it has been such a good journey for me. And I actually did not want anyone to think that, as I said, believe in such myths and actually not go for a career even though it's your passion. So I did not want that, and I'm so glad that we had this opportunity. I had this opportunity to connect with you and tell you that, as I said, I was weak at maths. I did not have an engineering degree, but now I'm working at an IT company because of Learnox, and I'm actually sharing my experiences with new people who can also, start this journey. So I hope you have filled out the form. And also, if you go to our website, you will see that Learnox has a lot of webinars always happening. So the next webinar is on 26th. It is on the soft skills that you need to get hired. And this also brings me to the point that if you sign up for any program through our website, soft skills are something that are going to be taught to you by industry leaders in that specific domain. Because a lot of people who are into tech, they sometimes forget soft skills, but it is a very major requirement from all companies nowadays. So yes, please do not miss that webinar. It's about soft skills that you need to get hired. And also there are a lot of webinars that we have previously conducted as well at Learnox, so you can go through them as well and register for the upcoming ones. So don't forget to miss out on that. Okay guys, I think everyone has filled up the form, I hope so. So I'll be connecting with you, and our counselors will be connecting with you to take you forward in this journey. I hope this webinar was informative and it has helped you overcome your fears. I really hope so. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you soon.